Welcome back. So we're going to finish up our album and we are doing the cover. So I'm just going to do a couple of things while we're waiting for those who are joining us to join us. And let's fix that again. Okay, first thing I'm going to do is this was those film strips. So I am just cutting. Let's see. No, I used this end. So if you're just joining, you're not missing, I promise. I am just cutting this strip down to 1/4 of an inch. No, let's go 1/2 inch. And I'll just cut it at 8 inches because our cardstock, that piece that we're using, is 8 inches wide. Okay, that aside. Okay, so if you joined us this afternoon, and the nice thing is you can stop and you can stop and start the video anytime you want. Part 3. I did add all of these into a playlist for 49 a Market, Rust and Revs, so you can easily find them. So we finished our pages this afternoon. So now we are going to create the cover. And for the cover, this was the 6x8 that we had left, and I'm using it on the front. I like to build on that because this is kind of, it's slippery. But we're going to be working on that but in just a minute. But what I'm going to do first is just prepare my ribbon. So I'm going to cut this in half. And because I usually tie my ribbon sometimes in knots on the end, but I'm going to use, yeah, I have one of these huge lighters I grabbed. Okay. I just want to, well, I won't cut the ends till after, just to make things, we'll decide how long we want it. Well, hi, Nikki. I thought you were off somewhere. Okay, let's just find the basic center of our album. It's 4.5 inches, and it's hard to mark on here. So I'm just going to move my ruler up. I just want it so I can visually see, and then I'm going to grab my ribbon. We're going to fold it in half. That'll be my center. And then I want to put it in about 2 inches. And for that, I am going to use the fabric. It's called Fabric Tack, but it's Fabric Tack, whatever. So we do have this in the store. Just draw a line up the center and kind of fill it in on both sides. This way, this can be drying. Let's just fold our ribbon in half to find our center. I'm going to use, excuse me, some clips here in a minute. I just want a piece of score tape on the end to help keep that stable. That will be underneath our paper, and then I'll grab a couple of clothespins. Okay, I'm going to turn it over. So I'm just going to set that in there where I can visually see where my ribbon is going to go. Same thing. See, on the back, I used our other toolbox to cover that. Oops. Check it. Okay, then we'll just turn our book back over and that can be drying. And we're going to go ahead and prepare this piece. When I lay this down, I have this blue, the blue denim, but I did, let me show you, I did rough up the edges. And this is extremely messy. So be prepared. And you can also do it over a garbage can. If that noise is too loud, please let me know and I'll mute the camera while I do this. And if you watch during the recording, then you'll have to mute your camera. Sorry, if I don't mute mine. It gets extremely messy. Okay, so we have that. Just like sanding wood, kind of. All right, let me get this cleaned off. And this way, it doesn't look just like a piece of paper, you know, that we've thrown down. It looks a little more. And you don't see a lot of it. You will see where it peeks through a little bit. And that looks kind of cool. Again, we'll just, so that's what that edge will look like. I'm going to put it down that way. Then before I do, if you just came on, I had cut a 1/2 inch strip off of our last photo strip. And I did cut it at 8 inches, but I will, and it's just going to sit here. And I will probably cut it just a little bit shorter. Lay it down here, and I just want to cut. And then I'm actually going to move it in a little bit. Just giving some different variations to the levels. Oh, and before we put this down, I did pull. So I'll put these right here. I tried to pull everything that I was using. I'm going to set these out. And one thing is this built to last. And it's going to stick up under there. So I'm just going to cut about a 1/2 inch to maybe 3/4 of an inch from there. Hello again. It's actually going to sit behind here. So let's go ahead and add our adhesive. Don't glue the black strip there at the top because you want that sticking over the edge. Okay. My cover. So I want to grab the frame. In just a minute, we'll be putting it down. So. And I'm just putting it in the center, kind of eyeballing the center there. And then my frame will stick, see, up over the top here. So bring it down. There we go. That's going to go almost to the top. Now, once I get an idea of where the frame is going to sit, because it goes down first. Now I can go ahead and add my adhesive to this little guy. Excuse me, that we just cut. Okay. All right, let's glue this down. Now on this corner, kind of pull it up for just a second, okay? We don't want it quite to stick down yet. So I'm going to take this one. I'm going to cut it in half. Bish. This was just to help cover there and to make it give it a little more, you know, holding power on top. There we go. And just to add to those layers, but don't let it go in too far. Ooh, there we go. You wanted to stick fast. There's going to be so much on here, don't worry, because it's going to hold it down. And I am going to add, oh no, it got it. We're fine. Hi, Monica. Okay, I'm going to now take some of my bigger pieces, mostly my bigger backgrounds. Oh, they're right here. Duh. I did cut this crooked up, so I want to straighten this up. You only need a piece that measures from that edge about a 1/2 inch. Okay, because what I did is it just looked bare, so I stuck it down to give it another layer. So we're going to put that down first. So my frame almost goes to the top, the one corner of it. Let's bring that in just a hair. And then I just stopped where the blue starts. Actually, yeah, perfect. It's scooted right under there nicely. So now I am just basically laying some things out, these big pieces. Our frame will go down first, but I need to see some things. Okay, we got to ink everything, of course. And then we have some grass that's going to hide some ends there. One thing that I did punch out, it's kind of hard to use, and it's really hard to see, is the barbed wire. Okay, I put it on the edge here. Whoops. I put it so it's on the book, but then somewhat on the edge of the paper. It is hard to see. Just bend it right there and we'll cut that right off. But if you look hard enough, you see it. And then that's, I think, kind of the cool things that we just see when we're, you know, observing or looking at somebody's book and we're like, wow, look at the little detail things. So I want to bring it to the edge of that paper. And I wasn't too concerned if it went on straight. If it goes on straight, that's just a bonus. Because it's so little. Mine kind of twisted and turned on the other one. And that glue will dry. Like I said, it's not a big, hi, I'm here, but it is a nice addition to just our layers. Now, one thing, I had a chain over here. I don't know if you can, no, you cannot see my finger. So I had some of the chain left, and I I don't know. I guess I threw mine away. So I'm going to be using rope. So I have 2 pieces of rope, which is going to be just fine. Just gives it a different look. So I'll have a piece of rope under here. Like I said, I did have a chain, but I'll use a rope there and a rope on my truck. And basically, I just want to make sure that these 2 big elements are where we want them. And this, because this will go down. I'll show you how we'll do that in a minute. But let's go ahead and put our frame down. And for that, I just do glue. Didn't pop this one up. I wanted it, again, to have those layers. So that corner went to the blue. We'll just come over to the side here. Okay, we need to ink our barn. Okay. Now I'm going to come in a good 1/2 inch because we do have some grass and different things that we're going to poke down. So we don't want these to be right on our edge. We don't really have anything at the top, and I'll show you how I connected that to here so that I didn't have to worry about sticking it down and getting it in the right place. And along our bottom. And like Tom Lee said, did I mention you will use a lot of foam? So, you know what, you can also, I know a lot of you, especially on a big piece like this, you could just cut a piece of chipboard. Have you ever done that? So one thing you could do is with your chipboard, a lot of crafters will do that. You would measure this, just cut a nice big square, maybe 2, so you could double layer it. So it does save on your foam tape. And I've done that before. And your chipboard pieces for making covers. And then you can stack it and make it tall, and then you don't have to use so much foam. Just layer some pieces and glue them together, sandwich them, and then stick them there in the center, and you've got yourself some dimension. That's one thing I keep is a stock of foam. I didn't used to, but I do now. Okay, so I'm going to place this. You have I have this blue jean strip, and then I have like a film strip. So I just placed my water tower kind of next to that film strip, and it just sticks over the top about 1/4 of an inch or wherever you like. I know. So you might want to use your chipboard, Tom Lee. And then I just so I want the legs to show. We're going to put some grass there over the bottom. And before I put this down, we're going to just, there we go, pick it up, our water tower. Okay. We're going to pick our water tower up now. We're going to use some more foam dots. Yep, some more foam while I glue to there. Trust me, I order myself in when I order a case. I order myself a case. So let's add some adhesive there, just on the foam, because the others will not even attach because they're popped up so high. All right. Now I do have it sitting on top of the frame. I'm lining it up to the side, and it does come below the paper. Okay, let's go ahead and add our determined in the frame. I did it right to the edge there, but if you still want to see some of the different layers, you can actually put it other places. And then I took a motorcycle. And the motorcycle will sit right there. I only glued here and here, and I put a foam dot in the center. Even though it's chipboard, it'll give it just some more, a secure hold in the center. Oops. Okay, tire sits on the frame inside, and this one does overlap just a little bit. Okay, and then strong will go here. So I'm just going to lay it down. Let me grab, you could use the barbed wire too. You just don't see it. See, in this one I had the chain piece. I don't know. I know we had some, and it may have gone in my garbage can. So we have 2 of these left, and we need them both. Maybe. So I just put it here because it just needed some rustic stuff across there. Okay, building your legacy. Oh, oh, Tom Lee, I know. I'm done. I would never take it serious. Okay, let's get some grass here. We have 3 pieces left. We have this big one. So I did put that at the bottom. Whoops, I only grabbed one. And I did add more of the, I kind of call that the dead grass, but oh, it was the gate. I thought I heard a chicken up back. I'm saying, wait a minute, we don't have chickens. And I did put one down here, so it was kind of under our shed. But depending on how much room you left, you'll just have to like cut it. So if you have some, you can turn it this way too. You can actually stick out if you need some more, color somewhere, or additional, if you just want some additional grass. It's a little bit thicker because that was the bottom, but that's okay. So I'm going to put him just right down there. Tell you what, this mechanic really needs to get out there and mow his grass. Okay, my Ford truck. So I picked the Ford truck, and then he's going to be pulling this funky little car, which my husband will say, why didn't they put a Ram truck in there? I'll be like, I don't know. He's asking the wrong person. Okay, so the whole thing was to make it look like it's being pulled and to cover the bottom here. So I don't need the whole thing. Let's put our truck at an angle there. Now the whole goal is, there we go. I want it to cover kind of the, excuse me, the bottom of the barn. You'll have it on the car in just a minute, like so. Okay, let's get the foam out. And I don't want to put it on the barn side because it'll be too high. Let me check that out. Whoops, we're going over here though. Oh, I can't get that. There we go. So I need another one there. I might take, let me see something. I'll leave it on. I think it'll be fine. No, I'm going to take that one off. It's going to make it too high on the barn. I'll just glue it. higher probably should have had one. Perfect. Just making sure, you know, nothing will get bent up or messed up. Didn't want the barn to show, but that's okay. I might have something else. We could double rope it. I think I'll double rope it if it's long enough. It's long enough. Perfect. Because I do want the bottom of the barn, or the, yeah, it's a barn. We want that kind of covered. I mean, I do. So we're going to have a double rope. There we go. Oh, thank you. I'm glad you guys like it. I worry all the time. Am I doing, you know, what you guys want? Were you going to like my craziness? Will it be as good as the other ones we've done? So thank you. I appreciate your feedback. And if you hate it, please tell me that too. So I know what to change to make it so you like it. So you want to make it. Can you believe that? Oh, let's see. Did I use the wrong motorcycle? No, I did not. I may have. Let's see. No, that was our little motorcycle. I didn't use him. And then I've got this potted plant. I know it seemed weird, huh? The potted plant, but I thought it looked really actually kind of cool. Like maybe the wife tried to do a little decorating at the barn type of thing. And then I thought these were cute. These come from, okay, you're going to get those off of your punch outs. And we had two shoes where it's the sole. So we go this foot and then this foot. And I will just tuck it there under the leaves. Oh, Tamala, you're so sweet. Awesome. I agree. I never thought of that. But, you know, criticism's okay. But sometimes, you know, we just want to make sure you guys are happy. Okay, these little gears and things. So some are on your, will be on your sheet. This one was not. Okay, let me get here. So I have a bicycle. You know, our bicycle's cute, but he kind of looked out of place. So, you know, these little things were on the ephemera pieces. And then I am going to use some of these springs and different ones, but I put this one up here to fill up our corner. And then there'll be another one. I kind of stuck it down here behind the car. It's just to add to the layers. They look like rivets. Again, it's just another one of those layered pieces. And if you want, you can even, put another piece of rope there, or you'll have those little pieces. Now let's go ahead and add in the grass, because I don't know about you guys, but I always remember, especially at my husband's farm. Oh, thank you. At my husband's, their family farm, there was always this kind of junk, and I call it junk, and he'd be like, "It is not junk." Oh, and I have to go in and put that in too. Oh, there it is. So I just grabbed some of the rusty things, and like we can tuck them into anywhere that they're kind of like fill-ins. And then I did take um, on that one, there's a long metal piece. Oh, here it is. It doesn't, that's it though. It doesn't look as long. Just a piece of metal. And then one of these, I guess, gearboxes. If I went and asked him what that was, he would know. My husband would. Oh, but you've got gearboxes, carburetors. I have no idea, guys. And I just kind of added it like junk behind the barn. Because when I made this cover, that's kind of what I saw was, well, if I don't watch my husband, you guys, one time, because he was raised on a farm, building tractors and all that stuff. I came home. I think I was working. Okay, I've lost I gotta find that. He had brought home an old motorized wheelchair he found along the side of the road, and it was rusty. And that's what the back of my shed looked like. I'm like, you will get that out of here now. He's like, no, I need the wheels and everything. I can make something really cool with it. Oh, good Lord. There it is, my gear. And then I just put that there. He'll still do that if I don't watch him. Well, it'll be good because the parts on it. I could build my own lawnmower. Go buy a lawnmower, honey. You don't need to build it. That's just the farm in him, right? Okay, let's get the enamels. One thing is I'm going to add a black one up here that you'll see. It looks like there's a barn light, the old barn lights. He is a good old boy, and I have to watch him. So I'll put that there for a light. And then I did add black dots on my motorcycle. Just there on the spokes. Okay, now in this spot here, because it's bare, I'm going to start with our arrow. And let's put that in the middle of the page. And this gauge, because this just adds another texture, some shininess. I just love it. And then legend. Okay, what am I forgetting here? You know, it seems like there was a lot, but when I pulled it all out, I'm like, oh, I guess I didn't use as much as I thought. This is the original. So they are pretty much identical. And then that's our cover. See, that wasn't bad at all, was it? Ooh, where'd he come from? One of those little dots. I'm just making sure nothing's left out because I did find something that was left off. So we're going to go into our book. This little coffee cup was when I was punching out all these little shapes. Like that. It goes with our camp chair. Not our, well, it is a camp chair. I love this book so much. Okay. On the original one, I put this coffee cup. Whoops. Okay, let me get it up in the camera. It's really little, and it is on the camping, and I had put it right there. So it fell off, and I realized I need to show you that because it's these little tiny things that are just adorable. Oh, you want to play? So now Wilbur's like, I want to play, Mom. We've been down here all day. Okay, there we go. Now, we are finished, except for the back and our ribbon. Okay, if you want, you still have some other things you can definitely go back in and add. If you want to poke things here and there, or you maybe have a little different theme that you're going for, and you can put little things here. Yeah, so you've got some left to play with, but we made quite the dance. So now let me tell you what I do. Well, I'll do that. Let's finish the album and then I'll go through. I do punch those all out to keep. We're going to turn this over. That should be nice and stuck. So I took the second toolbox because it covered it pretty nice. And you know, I really don't think there's an upside or downside to this. But we do need to cover that. How fun is that, though? An album in a week. We got her done. And we start, guess what? We're going to start the Bella Boulevard Cat and Dog on Monday. So if you bought the Bella Boulevard kits, we will be starting that tutorial. Monday on Scrapbookers will be our crafty prep day. So that first video is going to be, I'm going to cut the photo mats with you so I don't miss them. And so we will start that Monday. Oh, you have a safe flight. You have a great birthday party. And I'll see you when you get back, or talk to you when I get back. Yeah, Monday, Monica, we're starting the cat and the dog. I'm going to do them together simultaneously because I won't be remaking both. I'll be remaking the cat and I will have the dog. We will be cross-referencing both because I did tried to mirror them, but I'll show you what papers was used on the dog as I'm making the cat. And the photo mats and everything are the same size. So we will be doing that crafty prep on Monday. Okay, let's go ahead. I'm going to turn this on its side. And then I want to tie. You see now why you want a tie closure. And I really tried to stick with, you know, something masculine. I'm going to pull it tight because also pulling it tighter is going to help relax that cover. Right now it's pretty stiff. My other one's already relaxed quite a bit. So let's make the bow. It's not perfect. So let's make the bow what we would want. These are definitely too long. So I will fold them. So this was the yard. Because it's a guy album, so I didn't want it super long. But now you could take these and use these on your tags if you don't want to throw that away. Okay, we're going to play with fire for a minute. I got to get a small one. I may have burned it. No, it's fine. Then it gets little, you can feel the little closed up ends. All right. Okay. Yay, we are done. And wow, I love it when we're done. It feels like such an accomplishment. Okay, now what I'm going to do, man, I'm going to clean this desk. Let me tell you. Okay, I'm going to set this one over here. And then what I do is I take just one for now. And I'm going to actually, I'll go through, because you may, like, if you're going to give it as a gift, you may even want to put these in an envelope, and that person can add them to photos. But it's totally up to you. I do go through and just the little pieces that were left, and I pop them out like so. That's all. You can put them in an envelope and put them with the book. Gosh, we could have added some rocks to the front. See, you'll be pulling them out and you'll be like, oh, I could have added those. Oh, I could have added those. So we've got some little wood things. So if you want to just punch them out, oh, we got some. And when I store these, I just fold them because I always end up cutting them. Okay, let's talk about, though, the cat and the dog from Bella Boulevard. So I do have more kits if you're wanting a kit, but I will start the tutorial on Monday. And Monday will just be like our prep day. We're going to prep our photo mats, and then we're going to build the pieces onto the pages that are extra. And then we're going to do the same thing. But I think I'm going to do it Tuesday like I did today. I'm going to do a 10 a.m. and then a 5:30, and then Thursday a 10 a.m. and a 5:30. And that way we can get it completely done. Hopefully, actually, during the 10 a.m. on Thursday, if we do 2 on Tuesday. How does that sound to everybody? But either way, you're welcome to just watch the recording. I know if you're not a fan of lives, or you're working or can't be there for the lives, and then that way you can go back. So you've got some sunglasses you could add to your camping, lots of different things, but I don't like to always throw these away. And then the leftover 12 by 12, if you bought this kit, I am doing a small album. So you do want to keep these pieces and parts. I will do an album with the leftover 12 by 12, and let's see, we have the leftover rub-ons and some other things. So we're going to use up this whole collection, and then I also am hoping to make some cards. So we definitely want these tools. and your springs. And then the following week, we're going to do the Doodlebug Butterfly Kisses. Whew, we're going to get 3 albums done in 3 weeks. How does that sound? Okay. And that's what we have left. It's inevitable that you're going to have a bunch left. It's not a bunch. We used a bunch, but you will have that left because they give you so much. Oh, yeah. The Butterfly Kisses. Oh, it's so cute. You're going to love it. You're going to love it. And it's just a great all-around album. Okay. So now you can just go ahead and if you want to make I'm going to make a normal album. It won't be a ring binder. So that'll probably be like the last week. And then that's where we're going to use the rest of our stuff. Now, I did have some other cute things that we didn't use that I'll use in that album. So we had another door. We had a cabinet. The old telephone. And so we've got some motorcycles. And so we're just going to see what we can do and make us another one. We've got some words left. So we should have everything used up by then. Well, guys, thank you, thank you, thank you. We did that in an hour. And our weekend is starting very soon. So have a great weekend. And I will see those of you, or if you just want to join us because while we make our cat and dog from Bella Boulevard, or if you want to purchase it, just hop on the website because I have some more available. And I will see you guys then on Monday. Bye-bye.